Good morning from a very sunny and starting to get very warm Dubai. The winter or spring diving season will soon be over and we'll be suffering in the sauna, but we will still dive a lot. So this week's UAE diving, I went back over to the east coast to what I call Fujairah South. That's because there's two parts of Fujairah. There's Fujairah North, which is Alaka, very famous dive sites up there and a lot of dive operators, but not so well known as what I call Fujairah South. So I was back over there last Friday, which is unusual for me. I don't normally dive on a Friday, but I wanted to get some new sites filmed for my viewers. So this week we went to Paradise Reef. We were supposed to go there last week, but we missed it and we're on Purple Garden. So this week we're on Paradise Reef. The viz wasn't fantastic, but it was okay. We were down at 29 meters and I decided just to stay in relatively close vicinity of the shot line, probably a radius of about 25 meters or so, and just see what I could see. The site is rocky, it's flat rock, as you can see, and that provides home to a lot of soft corals. I mean, it looks in many ways a lot barren, but once you're down there, your eyes are adjusted to the viz, it starts to come alive. You'll find fish underneath the ledges. Because of these sites, really, it's one of the main types of drivers that I'm getting some video lights, so I can actually light up underneath ledges and things and get some better shots. But it was a good dive. I got Faith, my faithful critter spotter, trained to look for seahorses and not show them to everyone and not shine bright lights on them. So we got some really nice footage of the seahorses. I'm not sure what species they are yet, but I have reached out to Neil at the Seahorse Trust and hoping that he will get back to me with an identification fairly quickly. If he does, it'll be on the video. You'll see what types of seahorses they are. But it was great. There was 3 around in the vicinity and they didn't look to be, I thought they were stressed at first, but I knew divers hadn't disturbed them. I knew no lights. And on the second one, when the seahorse turned round to face me, I knew everything was okay. I don't use lights when I film seahorses. And generally I don't want to be there any more than 20 seconds. If I want a longer shot, I will then retreat, come back in a few minutes, say 5 minutes, and let everything calm down, and then quickly with my GoPro get some more shots. You remember last week on Purple Garden there were 5 seahorses all stressed and I decided not to film them, so I need to go back to Purple Garden and film those seahorses sometime in the future. So enjoy Paradise Reef. Everyone who dives it likes the site. You've got to look for, there's not so many fish like some of the other sites, but if you look under the ledges, but you do get surprises like the sea snake. While I was looking around for seahorses and other critters and stuff and just taking some general soft coral shots, out from nowhere comes this sea snake. Didn't have a care in the world. It was obviously foraging for food, as you can see from the footage, and that with the seahorses really made the dive. So enjoy the footage and then we'll talk about the second dive. Well, for this week's UAE diving, we're back at Barracuda Dive Centre in Fujairah, or what I call South Fujairah. I don't know where we're going yet. I've only just got all my kit sorted out, but we'll get on the boat and find out what's going on. So we're off to Paradise Reef for the first dive, which is good with me. And apparently we're going to Car Cemetery 2 for the second dive, but that may change. So let's see where we go for the second dive. I don't mind going back to Car Cemetery 2. It was a nice dive last week. We left on time at 8:30 sharp, off to Paradise Reef. Not that far away, I think 20 or 25 minutes. I didn't time it. The other boat's faster and left after us, but got there before us. Down the line, it's a fairly flat site, so it's a square profile, so it does mean you're not going to get a really long dive. I think we got about 35 minutes. We were on nitrox, but you can see beautiful soft corals there, kind of an eerie landscape. The visibility started to improve. You could see fish hiding in the soft corals, and very early on we came across a seahorse. Here it is. It's called a sea pony, or it's called Hippocampus fuscus. A sea pony, very common on the Dubai side as well. And here I was talking in the introduction, you can find fish under the ledges, lots of anemones that seem to be coming out in the daytime there, nice colours. And once you go around the site, you'll find where fish are hiding but no big fish, generally all quite small. On this site there was lots of small porcupine puffers. I'd never seen a concentration like that before. I was just filming this shrimp and goby, just sneaking up on them, when along came this sea snake, and he or she was beautiful, just gliding a line. I came off onto the sand, I followed it, and it was just there hunting for food, not bothered about me, and a real joy to watch. And then right at the end of the dive, another sea pony. So what a great dive. Really enjoyed it, but all too soon it was time to leave, so just filmed a bit of coral, up the line and back on to the boat. So the second dive was on Car Cemetery 2, the same site we dived for the second dive last week. The other boat went to Inch Cape 10, which, to be honest, I would have rather have gone on, but I didn't know, because it's a new site, only for that reason. Car Cemetery 2, as you saw from the previous video of that site, it's just teeming with marine life. So today we jumped in, we went down, and the viz was atrocious. It was horrible. But again, just look at the footage that's just taken with the GoPro. The GoPro always seems to find better viz than you actually see. So it actually was quite a nice dive. We found the pregnant marble ray again. I don't know how Faith did that. I mean, she just knew where it was and went, and it's slightly better footage this week. Lots and lots of fish around. You can see all sorts of fish, big shoals and stuff, lots of moray eels, and big puffer inside one of the cars. The viz inside the cars is better than outside the cars. So while I wasn't really happy going to that site, and then when I got in the water, the viz was awful, and I thought, oh no footage day today. Well, I'll just do one dive site. I thought, right, no, the footage is good enough, and we'll call it a murky Car Cemetery 2. So that's the second video for last week's diving. So I hope you enjoy watching it. So down the line, we all jumped in at the same time, got down to the bottom, and yes, it was murky. We do get some pretty bad viz on occasion, and today was one of those days. As you can see from the shots I just took of the cars just beneath the line, and I thought, oh no, but there was a lot of fish around. It's a very good sight to see lots of fish. Found this little hermit crab. He was just about to make a move. Faith found the pregnant marble ray again. I'm pretty sure it was the same one. It looks the same. But again, lots of fish around. And as you got closer to the structure of the cars, the viz was a lot better. This big puffer fish was inside. He wasn't going anywhere. But I like this site. There's always lots to see. Morays, fish, rays. It really is a nice site. And it didn't disappoint today, despite my reservations at the start. And the viz did start to clear as the current started to move. There's a nice little box fish or trunk fish as some people call it. And again, lots of fish around, lots and lots, little shoals of little fish, shoals of bigger fish. So yeah, wasn't disappointing at all. And when I came up the line, there were these banner fish just feeding, and there we are, back onto the boat. The viz is still not great. Hope you enjoyed those. I always enjoy the diving. Friday's a bit busy for me. I have to get up at 4 o'clock to walk the dog, feed him, then walk him, and then sit down, have a cup of tea, have my breakfast before I set off for the East Coast at 6 o'clock. So you can see at my intro to the dive at the start, I look bedraggled and tired, because I've been up at 4. I'm probably not going to dive on Fridays again. I'm probably going to go back to midweek diving with the centres, and the reason for that is the boats are less crowded and I can spend more time finding critters and things for you. Although if a new dive site does come up, which I haven't visited before on a Friday, I will suffer and go and film it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Lot of more dives videos coming up soon. I mean, lots and lots and lots. So if you like the Maldives, if you like UAE diving, please hit the subscribe button. I've cracked the 1,000 subscribers now, and people are watching my videos. I'm not far away from monetization. I'm not sure if I'm going to monetize my channel because I do it for fun, and you know, the ads seem to annoy people. So I hope YouTube do give me a choice on that, so I can grow the channel more without ads, to make it a better experience for my viewers. Again, thanks for watching.